I'm happy to be able to present the UNESCO implementation guide to UNESCO sites as partners for education for sustainable development. This guide was put together for teachers and educators to create curiosity, inspire connection, and lead sustainable actions against the negative impacts of climate change, starting from learning and practical activities taking place within UNESCO sites around the world, so that learners can reconnect with nature and live in balance with the planet. So, what is it that you need to know about this guide? Let me quote this African proverb: if you don't know where you come from, you can't know where you're going. So how was this guide put together? It was put together based on the actual experiences in UNESCO sites around the world with teachers and educators, and the learning objectives and learning approaches proposed are those that were used on site in various activities. And why did we focus on UNESCO sites, you will ask? Well, let's remember that UNESCO's network of more than 2,290 sites, counting more than 780 biosphere reserve, 1,240 World Heritage Sites, and 220 plus UNESCO Global Geoparks, and 50 plus eco-hydrogeology demonstration sites along Water Museum, provide inspiring examples of learning and living in harmony with nature. All these sites together come to over 10 million square kilometers, roughly 6% of the Earth's land area, and they house more than 300 million people living in these areas. So to take a look at the various activities proposed, I will go through a number of key action verbs. First one is experience. This is about on-site experiential and immersive activities. Activities that can be engaged with, that offer learning interactions, simulations, and foster a deeper interest in history, culture, and conservation. Second word or second verb, socialize. This is a selection of intergenerational educational activities where people discuss and remember and look at how things were in the past, how they are now, and how they might look like in the future. Contribute. This is about providing examples of inclusive educational activities, activities that respond to the various needs of learners and the various needs of populations. Next is do. Activities that are about research, observation, doing, cleaning rivers, for instance. Of course, learn. Activities where you actually carry out hands-on activities to better learn how to restore ecosystems, how to find out more about different species. Create. This is about cultural, artistic activities. How can you represent things in different ways? Connect. This is about co-learning, partnership, working together to develop new activities or to respond to new challenges. Think. This is about reflecting on what we're doing. It concerns looking at participation. How do we ensure engagement from all the levels of societies? About inclusion. How to provide an environment which addresses and responds to the diversity of needs of all learners. About transversality. How do we combine different disciplines and methodology and perspective? About transformation. How do we empower people to make changes, take action? Innovation, how do we look at things from different perspectives and how do we go forward with those? Efficiency, how do we have outcomes that benefit both the sites and the people involved? Integration, how do we better integrate social, cultural, economic, and environmental dimensions? Sustainability, how do we ensure that there's a long-term impact? And of course, reproducibility, how can our activities be reproduced, adapted in other parts of the world? To find out more, you can go to this website with more information, more examples. And to conclude, I would like to quote Peter Thompson, the UN Secretary General Special Envoy for the Ocean, who said, "We protect what we love, but to truly love, we must first understand. We must rebalance our relationship with nature by learning and acting for our planet. And we need to find ways and find activities, highlight activities that can help us do that, to help us do just how do we learn to care for ourselves, for the others, for the planet, and how can we build a world where we understand and respect each other and biodiversity as well as our planet." Thank you.